Hello everyone, I'm making this video to talk to you about something that I didn't mention when I reviewed this article in my previous video. It is part of it, but I wanted to keep it for a separate video for an entirely separate topic. And it's the fact that BioWare announced that they're gonna release 2 new expansions, digital expansions, in year 2014. Well, actually they announced their plans, and further down they say that they reserve their right to delay this thing, but they're still hoping that they will manage to release 2 digital expansions in year 2014. And I wanted to talk to you about that. They say that the first expansion will be similar to Galactic Starfighter, and the second expansion will be similar to Rise of the Hutt Cartel. Actually, they're not mentioning which one is going to be released first, but that's what they say. Basically, that tells me that one of the expansions will be more story focused, while the other expansion will be more gameplay focused. Now let's talk about the gameplay focused expansion first. If I have to be honest, I have no idea what they're planning to do with either of those expansions. About the gameplay expansion, we already have a Galactic Starfighter, so I believe it will not have something to do with the Galactic Starfighter. What I assume from their statement is that it will be a whole entire new gameplay mode, similar to Galactic Starfighter. I don't know, maybe when I did my previous video, I misread the title for pod racing. So who knows? Perhaps that's what the expansion is going to be. But I really don't know. I would like to hear your ideas. I would personally be interested into pod racing if it's properly done. Also in games like what they call Pazak and Sabak. Those are pretty little probably for a separate expansion, but they will really refresh the game and give us a lot more fun things to do. So I don't know what to expect from the expansion. All I can say is what I would like to see, and like I've mentioned in previous videos, I would like a gameplay mode or even updates to current gameplay modes where more than 4 people can play together in the same group, like in the same operation, and queue up for whatever gameplay mode they want to introduce. That's definitely what I would like to see. I know the problems that are possible with introducing such a thing, but I think it's a bigger issue that 5 people cannot properly play together unless they just go and do something in the open world. So in the beginning of Galactic Starfighter I had mixed feelings about it, but the more I play it, the more I see that it's a good thing. I still know that some people don't like it, but ultimately I think they did well. Some people are blaming them for copying other games or parts of other games. I personally congratulate them. I think they pulled it off well. I certainly wasn't expecting it, and I was pleasantly surprised. So if they manage to achieve something as good as the Galactic Starfighter for their future expansion in 2014, I will definitely be happy to see it. And now for the story expansion. More or less the same. When I remember the release of Galactic Starfighter and the announcement, I certainly wasn't expecting the story that they introduced with the Hutts and Makeb, the Empire vs. Republic, Isotope 5 and all that. So I'm not really sure about this expansion. I talked in my previous video about my idea for the Emperor's Return and the flashpoints that they're introducing, but the way they're saying it in separate paragraphs in the same article, I believe that those flashpoints and the story that will be updating a year after the release of the flashpoints will be a separate thing. It will not be part of the expansion, although I might be wrong, and I wish that they start something big with these flashpoints and then expand even further with that new expansion. Again, I'm gonna bring up the topic of personalized storylines. That's been talked about and discussed in many different places and formats pretty much since the announcement of Rise of the Hutt Cartel. More or less from the announcement to the release, people were hoping for a class-specific story and unfortunately we didn't get it. And many have said that BioWare have stepped down from that road, that they will no longer support class-specific storylines. But I'm still hoping, you know, I have this bit of hope in the back of my mind that they will try to do something like that, personalized storylines for different classes. And reading this information, I really hope that they may try and do something like that again. Based on what I've read in forums and other places, BioWare don't want to spend the resources and time to develop something like that because it will be like a bad business decision, and financially they will not be satisfied with the returns. But I'm not sure about that. Judging based on my audience and my interactions with you guys, I feel like we all want class-specific story. We are all interested in the storylines. We all want what we've had from Chapter 1 to Chapter 3. So, I don't know, BioWare's probably not going to watch this video, but really, I think the fans of the game and the people who are really invested in it want to see more story like that, like from the beginning till Chapter 3. I've heard some rumors about the Bothans, introducing them as a new playable race and going to their planet for more story content. And the Bothan General, or Admiral, I forgot his title, in the Kuat Drive Yards, he kind of adds to that suspicion, because he is the first Bothan that was introduced in the game, I think. So, I don't know, tell me what you guys think, tell me what you have heard, because I'm not really investigating all that much. But I can tell you what I want. I can tell you that I want to see more of Chapter 1 to 3. I want to pick from where I left in the end of Chapter 3 with all characters. And while I know it's going to be hard, like characters like the Imperial Agent, but I think if they try, they can pull it off. It doesn't need to be 100% personalized, like different. It doesn't have to be like I'm not saying it should be 100% different. It may actually be cool if the class stories interact at some points and meet at some points and then go their separate ways back. But still, these are only my hopes. So I'm not sure. Most likely we'll not be seeing that. Most likely they'll continue with their ideas of just making a unified storyline for all classes. Well, 2 storylines, one for Republic, one for Empire, and then just have minor little bits that make them specific for different classes, just like in McCabe. So in the end of the day, tell me what you think about this gameplay expansion. Is it going to be pod racing, Sabak, Pazak, something else? Do you like the idea of having more than 4 people queuing up in the same time? Tell me what you think about the story expansion, most of all. Do you think it's going to be the Bothans? Do you think it will have something to do with these flashpoints and my ideas of the Emperor returning? Do you think class-specific story, even not as specific as it was in chapters 1 to 3, but a little more than McCabe, is possible? Tell me your thoughts, tell me other things that you've heard. And that's it. I hope they will live up to their promise, to their ideas, to their expectations, that they will bring out 2 expansions in 2014. And I'm definitely looking forward to them and to exploring them alongside with you guys. So until then, well, not until then, until a couple of days actually, when we have our playing with you, I'll see you then. Stay tuned and be good.
Scramble all ships defending platforms 50 through 75. The imps won't stand a chance. There you are. I was told of your arrival. Fleet Admiral Baywan Ego. You honor me. Most fortunate your timing. But before we get into that, I take it you're aware of the importance of Kuat Drive Yards?
Kuat provides the Republic with the bulk of its ships. I'm here to see that arrangement doesn't change.
I knew you were connected, but to have learned of recent events and be here already? I don't impress easy, but well done. As we speak, the Imps are mounting an attack on Hutt's main defensive control station. Their starfighters have also targeted related assets in Hutt space.
Are you asking for help with the space station, or out there in a ship?
I'll take your assistance however you'd like to provide it. Bottom line, we can't let the Empire take that station, and we won't. I need to get back to it now, but on behalf of the Republic First Fleet, thank you. May the Force be with us.